We're at Clyde Smith Field on the campus of Cardinal Newman High School, where today we bring you non-league high school baseball. It's the Elk Grove Thundering Herd taking on Cardinal Newman. Hello, everyone. I'm Dave Cox, along with Hugo Traverso today. Kind of a windy day, but sunny skies. Elk Grove, well-rested, Hugo. They haven't played this entire week. Newman coming off a two-game week, including a game yesterday. So we're seeing a few different guys in the lineup today. It'll be a good test. Elk Grove, a very good team from the Sac Joaquin section. They are 14-9 overall and in second place in their league at 11-4. So a great test for the Cardinals today.
Oh yeah, Elk Grove. They do have two games though, back-to-back. Today and tomorrow they travel home tonight and will face De La Salle tomorrow at home. So it'll be interesting to see how they attack this game with De La Salle waiting tomorrow.
We're going to take a look at the starting lineup now for Elk Grove, and they're going to look like this. It'll be Groves, Gentile, Frucci, Cuevas, Taylor. The other Groves in the three-hole. Mitchell DHing today, Basharini hitting 8th, Arguello hitting in the 9-hole for them today. Cardinal Newman on the defensive side will go with this today. In the outfield will be Pizzolo, Wedge, and Bradley. It'll be Slater, Bromstead, Meyer, and Gonzalez. Rodnick behind the plate, and Jacob Moreta will be doing the pitching today for Coach Derek DeBenedetti. And Moreta has done a nice job as really the third starter for Coach this year. So we'll see if he can do it again here today. Hasn't won a game yet this year, but he's pitched some pretty good innings and done a nice job when he has had to throw for them in some of the tournaments and some of the weeks where they have that extra. You see his ERA is a 2.0, and he's struck out 19 batters this year.
Yeah, and that's paired with the complete game in the Boris Classic. He was incredible in that. I don't know whether or not he got credited with the save, but I think it went into extras. But he had an incredible game.
Elk Grove sends their first batter to the plate. It's Ethan Groves. Take a look at his numbers on the year. 429, 10 RBIs for Groves. Moreta winds and deals, and that one is fouled out of play.
I believe that was a breaking ball. The radar read 73 on that. So Moreta, he can go low 80s. He's pretty nasty with his stuff, so it'll be interesting to see how he attacks this Thundering Herd lineup. Fastball 81 miles per hour.
Groves is their leading hitter, hitting out of the leadoff spot. Takes that one down and in. They're in a tough league. Common opponent is Valley Christian. Thundering Herd actually beat them early in the year 1-0. Newman lost to Valley Christian 8-2, so that gives you kind of an idea just how good this Thundering Herd team is as Groves fouls that one off down the line. Trying to incorporate our center field camera today, but it's a little bit too delayed. The new cameras that we have put in here. It's a great way to watch the game. If you get the app, there's a ground ball to Bromstead at short. They're across in time. One away.
Yeah, Elk Grove, they took Valley Christian to extras, but they actually lost that game 1-0. Another common opponent, though, that both teams have is Granite Bay. Really tough team out. I believe are they in the Sac Joaquin section?
Yes, they are, yeah.
Yeah, very, very tough opponent. They took Newman very deep in the Boris Classic Championship.
This is Evan Gentile now, the catcher, batting in the 2-hole. And there's a strike, 1-1. Check it, 0-2 to Bromstead. A little bit breezy here today, unusually breezy. Breaking ball misses 1-2. Newman coming off that win yesterday really got their offense rolling yesterday as we see Gentile's numbers on the year. Bounces this one foul to the right side. 13 runs across the plate, one of their biggest offensive outputs of the year against Rancho Cotati yesterday. And Josh Janicelli was the victor on the mound for that one. He's pitched so well this year. So we see Moreta wind and deal, and that one's fouled off again.
Oh yeah, and he's headed to a great college program, UCSB. They're, I believe, top 20 in the nation so far. They're playing in a very competitive league. The Big West got the likes of UCI, UC Davis, Cal Poly, and UCSB. I mean, it's just a stacked league.
Moreta at the knees. That one's hit well, right center field, and down for a base hit. Thundering Herd get their first hit of the day. Nice job going oppo that time.
Yeah, Newman got to show their depth yesterday. I mean, they took a very early lead, scoring 9 runs in the first 3 innings, and then they kind of gave Janicelli kind of a rest day. I think he only went 4 innings yesterday, and then they kind of showed their pitching depth. I believe Jared Murray pitched, Andrew Fletcher, and then Mason Farrell came in to close it out. So all around a great win for the Cardinals.
Ned Frucci, the cleanup man, and he waves at the first pitch. Very nice pitch that time. Had him way off balance. 0-1. Moreta out of the stretch for the first time today. Decent sized leadoff. And there's a strike. Moreta quickly
79.
gets ahead of Frucci, 0-2. Yeah, nice. We're right behind the plate. We do have the radar gun close to us. All that data gets recorded on the new cameras here. Off-speed pitch again. Had him out in front. That changeup looking real good for Moreta right now as he tries to get the Cardinals into the dugout.
Yeah, I mean, the new system they have, the new pitch charting system I was working with yesterday, it was just amazing. Something like the MLB or Division I NCAA you see there.
This is actually Chase Groves at the plate. Somehow didn't get him into the batting order for his stats. Apologize for that, Chase. We'll try and get caught up with you. Frucci is on deck. Frantically typing in all the names and the rosters here today. So we tried to get set up. It's really hopeful of that center field camera, but it's a little bit too delayed. There it is. It's a great view, but unfortunately the delay is just a little too much. Runner bluffs over there at first, and it's fouled down the line. Chase Groves hanging in there. 3-hitter, plays second base. Got a couple guys going to UC Davis from this team, including Gentile and Frucci, who's waiting on deck. Both 3-year starters for this Elk Grove squad.
Hey, so you got 3 UC Davis commits on this field. Jack Pozzolo, he's headed there in 2 years, and then he's going to join up with, I don't know if they ever played together on varsity, but they definitely played together in practice. Mason Lerma, he's been doing really well as a freshman over there. 7 pitch at bat. This is about to be the 8th pitch. He's fouled off 3.
Yeah, counts 2-2. That one's popped up. Wind is going to be interesting today, but Bromstead settles under it for the second out. Runner back to first. 2 away. And now it'll be Frucci. So now these stats are good. 283 and 11 runs batted in for Frucci. Starting pitcher today, Russell Pettis, is going to Cal State San Marcos. So got a lot of guys going to the next level from this team, which is nice to see. A lot of depth, good squad. This one kind of fisted out toward the right side, and Carson Meyer makes the play. Thundering Herd come up empty. And we are going to go to the bottom of the first inning now. Take a look at Cardinal Newman's lineup. And Cardinal Newman's batting order is going to look a little something like this today. It'll be Tanner Bradley, Aiden Wedge, Jack Pizzolo, Connor Rodnick, Jacob Moreto, Sam Valenti, who went into the tennis courts yesterday, Charlie Slater, Chase Bromstedt, and Carson Meyer rounding out the starting 9.
Yeah, a bit of a different look from yesterday. Newman had, they had more, I'd say Bromstedt wasn't out there. It was Diego Boardman. They moved things around, though, after the 4th inning. As I mentioned, they showed their depth, and all their players played really well. So, I mean, Newman, they definitely have shown that they can change their lineup and stay the same. So it'll be interesting to see how they attack Pettis, who right now on the gun is looking like he's throwing 87, 88 miles per hour fastballs. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Here we go. That was an 87 mile per hour, I believe, sinker. That was really nice. First batter will be Tanner Bradley. He's headed off to the University of Oregon. They're having some really good years in baseball. Right now, I just saw them play University of San Francisco, took that win. Sophomore complete game.
Groves, Cuevas, and Taylor in the outfield. Basharini, Arguello, Groves, and Frucci in the infield. Gentile behind the plate, and Pettis on the bump. For the Elk Grove Thundering Herd, one of my favorite mascots in all of high school sports, the Thundering Herd.
I love their logo. The elk is so nice. Coming from a guy who grew up part of the year in Wyoming.
Pettis is 5-1 with a 1.69 ERA. Struck out 57 and 41 in the 3rd, so he's kind of a strikeout guy. That's why San Marcos likes him.
Yeah, I was looking at his stats. He's their number 2, but he is still a very strong number 2.
Tanner Bradley at the plate for Newman. Good matchup here.
Almost like Newman with Rhoda and Lerma last year.
Yeah. Bradley hitting .359, couple home runs this year. Having a very good year for Newman.
Funny enough, he's recruited as a pitcher to Oregon.
Yeah, and he hasn't been able to throw much this year, although he may be getting it going just in time for the playoffs. Green light on 3-0, fouls it off.
Yeah, he had I believe he had a elbow injury. Elbow injury, and he just wasn't cleared to pitch yet, but we might see him pitch today. So it'll be interesting. Last time Newman had Moreta, last Saturday, they switched him out, I believe, in the 4th inning for
Fouled that one off his ankle or foot. He's a little shaken up. Coach D is going to give him a chance to kind of shake that loose. That hurts.
Yeah. Especially when you've got Pettis throwing 88.
Looks like he's going to be able to get back in the box now. Tough way to lead off the game for Tanner Bradley. Ready to go now, and he hits this one to center field. Cuevas out there, and he can't get it. Bradley's going to get extra bases out of this.
That is beautiful.
He's on his horse, but stops at second. They try to throw behind, and he's safe. Very nice job. Let's take a look at the swing. Pitch was down. He just drove it.
It's beautiful.
No hesitation as he rounds first. Thought about 3. See, the helmet was kind of flying off, but he got back.
A very similar kind of swing to this.
Another look at it.
As I was mentioning, very similar kind of swing to Luke Keyshaw. He got drafted 2nd round a couple years ago by the Twins. Played at ASU, played at USF. Really solid player.
Wind kind of carried that over Cuevas' head. Newman showing bunt, breaking ball. And it's 0-1. You can hear that wind kind of howling a little bit as Aiden Wedge steps in.
Yeah, the flagpole's shaking.
Runner at second, no outs for Newman. Wedge takes another breaking ball. That's a ball. Wedge hitting .286 this year. Yeah, kind of interesting. Elk Grove had the week off, had the bye week, and then they didn't schedule any games till Friday and Saturday. I guess it was tough to find other teams that wanted to fill in the middle of their league schedule, but they go Newman and De La Salle back-to-back. That's pretty tough. That's preparing yourself for playoffs for sure.
Yeah, it's getting even more competitive every year in high school sports, and they're just, you know, like Cardinal Newman, just trying to find toughest opponents they can face. They're just going to make them better.
Out of the stretch, another breaking ball, dribbled foul. Showed bunt on the first pitch, but then Coach D is letting him swing away.
He's fast, so beautiful bunt could lead to, I mean, in an error, could lead to a run batted in here.
Yeah, we all know Coach likes to make things happen with the BUNT. 2 strikes now. We won't see it, and it's 3-2. Slider that just misses off the plate from Pettis.
Yeah, I mean, last year during playoffs, I think they won 2 or 3 games with the bunt, the sack bunt. Play against Camp Olindo. That was one of the more memorable games in the section championship. Nate Niehaus laid down a beautiful bunt to beat out Camp Olindo with their Stanford commit on the mound, throwing just a perfect game. Beautiful, beautiful outing for him.
Newman's sitting at 15-5 and 7-0 in the North Bay League. That one gets away. Bradley's going to move up. It's ball 4. So Newman gets a nice little break there. Runners at first and third for the Cardinals as Pizzolo steps in. He's had a great year on the mound and hitting this year. Now hitting in the 3 holes, hitting .333, 18 runs driven in for Pizzolo. He's done a little bit of everything, and always nice to have a solid lefty. He's one of your pitchers. They had that last year, of course, too, but he's been very, very effective this year. Big situation here, showing bunt. Runner does not go. Not sure if that was supposed to be a fake bunt steal or not, but Wedge didn't budge.
Yeah, Newman heading into, as you mentioned, they're undefeated in league play. They're playing Ukiah Monday. Windsor already has 2 losses in league, so it'll be interesting to see what the Cardinals do.
Runner goes this time, throw through, and it's in center field. But they back it up. See the catcher here, Gentile, got a pretty good pitch to handle. Ball just kind of sailed on him. Good backup there, so kept the runner from scoring.
Really good plot time there, though. I mean, it looked like he had Wedge, but just the throw was a bit off the bag.
Yeah, when I originally looked up, I thought Wedge was going to be in trouble, but he made it. There's another look at it. Sure what happened down there at second. Yeah, it just kind of sailed. The runner and the throw kind of arriving all at the same time. Good stop that time by Gentile. 3-1, so in danger of loading the bases here. He does load them, so bases are packed now.
You never know. Some of these pitchers work better with bases loaded. I know Landon Rhoda, he used to have this thing where he'd load the bases early on, like second inning, and then he'd get out of it. He'd have no outs. I think it was against Bishop O'Dowd where he had no outs, bases loaded, and then struck out the side. And it was just an incredible starting to, I think, was 5-6 inning outing for him.
There are pitchers like that who just kind of struggle along, try to get through the first inning, and then sometimes they'll settle down and be very effective the rest of the way. Call it whatever, early inning jitters or whatever, but it can be a thing, and right now it is definitely a thing for Pettis.
You have any guy like that when you were coaching?
Oh yeah, plenty. Yeah, plenty of guys like that. And you just try to hang on for dear life in that first inning. Sometimes a visit can be very effective. Percentage of strikes thrown after coach visits is extremely high. Stealing that from Casey Ellenberger. We'll see. Huh? There it is. Yeah, I'm telling you. Keep track of that. Watch for that, Hugo.
Nice breaking ball.
It's a thing. I'm telling you. You got to watch for that. Connor Rodnick, the catcher, at the plate now. He's having a good year, hitting over 300. Chance to do some damage here early on, and that's another nice pitch with a little bite to it.
75 on that, is it?
Yeah, that had some bite to it.
Fast breaking ball.
Rodner has 7 runs batted in this year, and he would love to get a few more right here. Bouncer, this should get the job done. Elk Grove will try to turn 2, and they do. Very nice double play.
Well, Newman does get the run.
Yep, run comes home, does his job. Here it is. Bouncer right back up the middle. Nice turn there at second base.
Yeah, textbook 6-4-3 double play.
Pitches up high.
You know, Moreta currently, I believe, uncommitted. He might be just heading to college, not for baseball, but there are some scouts in attendance here, and Moreta could be seeing some offers.
Nice to have a guy that hits left, throws right, hitting 309 with 1 home run this year. So, yeah, he's a good one.
It's very unique. Doesn't Callie Howard do that in softball?
Well, she didn't really mean to, but her hand has been bothering her. So, yeah, she's had to hit left-handed this year, and it's not really natural for her, but she's made the most of it. Softball team with a 3-1 win. Runner's going to try to come to the plate here, but that's the 3rd out. Inning comes to a close. We are going to move along to the top of the 2nd inning. Newman with a 1-0 lead, and we'll take a break right here and be back with more Cardinal Newman and Elk Grove going at it here on YSN365.com. Tackle, and he's gone on the very first play. Oh! Heading to the top of the 2nd inning. That's the break board I meant to use as Jacob Moreta takes his warm-up pitches. Newman scoring a run on just 1 hit, but getting the job done. As we go to inning number 2 here. Nice non-league matchup. Antonio Cuevas, the center fielder, is going to lead it off for the Thundering Herd. I'll have to keep an eye on that game tomorrow for them against the De La Salle Spartans. Newman gets to play at Oracle Park on Monday. I know you're looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that's going to be a great game. We'll have that on, hopefully on Twitch, Hugo Sports 360, twitch.tv. It'll be radio. We couldn't get camera set up. Believe me, if we could, it would be on YSN. But couldn't get that to happen.
Yeah, there was something with Major League licensing. Might be able to do it in the future. They didn't trust me, you know. I've only been doing this for about 30-some years, so they didn't trust me. Whatever.
And I've watched that entire game when you did the Santa Rosa game and
Santa Rosa de La Salle, 1997. Yeah.
Oakland Coliseum. Really sad that stadium soon will be no more. But that is such history in that place.
We did a couple games. We did a football game there too. Montgomery in their championship back in the day, and De La Salle, Pittsburgh, same day. Strike 3, nice pitch. Moreta looking good on that one. Here it is.
Ooh, nice.
Little bite to that. Kind of the two-seamer, I think.
That was 82 straight there.
Moreta looks confident. Taylor steps in. Taylor hitting .353 with a home run. Kind of interesting where he hits in the lineup for them. 6-hole, one of their better hitters.
And Newman, a lot of them are playing, I believe, college summer ball this year, so it'll be interesting to see where they play.
What a stop by Gonzalez. Moreta covers the base, and that's an out. Wow. Gonzalez in there for his defense for sure, and he makes a heck of a play right here. He had to dive. See him right behind Moreta there. And Moreta had to get there. That was the tough thing. And you see Moreta hustles to the base and makes the play. Nice defense right there for Newman.
Yeah.
Devin Mitchell at the plate now. .375 average. Some good hitters in the back of their lineup. Just missed. A little low, I think, is what they're calling that. That one's fouled off. Again, I'd love to use that center field camera a little bit more, but it's kind of delayed. I can use it as a replay and can do a few things with it, but it's not ideal, unfortunately. Not synced with our cameras. This one's grounded right to third. Slater throws across in time, and the Cardinals are headed back to the dugout. Going to the bottom half of the second inning now. Newman looking good right now, and we'll take a break right here and be back with more in just a moment. Bottom of the second, Newman up 1-0 on a breezy day. You can see the flag is really blown. Now, if you had a left-handed pull hitter, you could get one up into that wind, be looking pretty good.
There's a few of them on that roster, so
yeah,
we might see one.
Let's see. Sam Valenti is getting set to hit now for Newman. Didn't see his home run yesterday. You saw it. Tell us about it.
I mean, that they put that net up to protect the tennis players, and he just said, I don't care about the net. I'm going to send one into the tennis courts, and he got under one. Just a breaking ball hung up there, and he tanked it. It didn't even look like it was going. It was just so high arching, it didn't even look like it was going to go over the wall, but he did. It did. It carried.
This one's kind of dribbled to third. Going to be a tough play, and Valenti's going to beat it out, and he's going to keep moving. Valenti into second as the throw from Basharini was offline, and the Cardinals are in business. Good hustle by Valenti down the line. It almost looked like he hit the catcher's glove. It was kind of weird how he just bounced it straight off the plate. And he's coming hard. He runs pretty well for a big guy. And you see he did what you're supposed to do. Look right. Coach McGee gives him the green light, and off he goes to second base.
Yeah, I mean, he is just an all-around athlete. You've seen him not only in baseball but in football for Newman and Montgomery earlier on in his career. He was just a guy you hand off, go right up the middle, and he just break away, go 70 yards straight up the middle, touchdown.
Charlie Slater at the plate. Nice breaking ball from Pettis there. This wind is just really tough right now. Whipping, I would have to say. Sky is kind of clearing out, but man, it's not exactly warm. There's a wind chill factor going on here. My meteorology skills right there. Wind chill factor. Slater trying to move the runner along here. 2-1, breaking ball is up. Pettis just really has struggled to find the zone so far. 2 walks in that first inning led to a run.
Slater's been a good contributor for the Cardinals on offense and defense, so it'll be interesting to see if he gets the green light here on the 3-1.
Valenti's going. Throws a little bit offline, and it's a stolen base. Ball 4 also, so Cardinals do a couple things there. They get a runner at third, and they advance the runner. Again, let's take a look at Gentile popping out of there. Left-handed batter up, so kind of unusual. You don't see a lot of teams try to steal with the lefty, but was the case right there. Again, pretty good pop time. It looked like the throw was almost there in time, but Newman has that one. Stolen.
Slater, he could go.
Showing bunt. Here's the play at third. See that throw coming in. Nice dive to the outside of the base. And it looks like, okay, the ball popped out. So yeah, no doubt he was safe.
Yeah, on those types of plays, when you're sitting where we are, especially stealing third, it's kind of hard to see whether or not a runner is safe or out, and he's going.
Fake to third. Cardinals are going to get a run home. Valenti takes off for the plate. Not sure if that was a designed play or not, but it works. Newman gets the run home.
Call that a fielder's choice?
No, it's just stolen base by Valenti. And Newman up 2-0 now. Bromstead at the plate. Here's another look at that last play. See, the runner kind of takes off. The pitcher fake to third. There goes Valenti. And then the tag out in between the bases there. Good heads-up play by Valenti. Realized they weren't really paying much attention to him.
Yeah, Newman very good at stealing bases.
Bromstead takes that one low. 2-2.
There was one stolen base yesterday. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Slater or Wedge, where they left while the pitcher was in his stretch and just got down there before the pitch even made it to the catcher's glove.
Nice off-speed pitch there. That's strike 3. Yeah, sometimes you can time it out if a guy is not looking more than once. If he just looks once and goes to the plate, then you kind of time that out. And he gives his one look and you take off. Especially in stealing third, that happens quite often. It's one of those things you pick up in the dugout before you're at bat. As Carson Meyer steps in.
Matter of fact, it might have been Meyer. I'm not totally sure. I can't remember, but it was just an incredible play.
2 outs now. Pettis trying to get his thundering herd back to the dugout. Elk Grove again, 14-9 on the year, 11-4 in league. second place currently. There's a strike. 1-2. Slow roller to third. Basharini this time is on the mark. And the side is retired. So the Thundering Herd get back to the dugout, and Cardinal Newman adds a run. We'll step aside and be back with more here on YSN365.com. Stay with us. Good ball game here between the Elk Grove Thundering Herd and Cardinal Newman.
High school sports are one of the things that make living in California so great.
But sometimes the behavior in the stands can overshadow our achievements on the field.
I love it when my parents show up for me.
But being booed for missing a play could be crushing.
And remember that refs are people too.
They're trying their best to call a fair and correct game.
No one should feel insulted or ashamed
because of their race, ethnicity, or gender.
We should be able to hold our heads high after the match, win or lose.
Thundering Herd in their dugout. So we get ready for the top of the third, a 2-0 lead for Cardinal Newman. Man, our easy up kind of getting whipped around a little bit here. So Moreta back out. And a fastball that misses outside.
Yeah, Rodnick behind the plate. He's super, super smart, heading to UCLA for neuroscience. He got a 4.9 GPA.
That one misses inside. As Anthony Basharini steps in for the Elk Grove Thundering Herd. And he hits this one well. That's a base hit right back up the middle. Oh, is it? No. Nice job getting there by Meyer. And he almost made that play. Oh, my goodness. I didn't think he had a chance to get to that. Take a look at Basharini hustling down the line. I thought that was cleanly into center field. Second hit for the Thundering Herd.
Yeah, that will register as a hit.
Julian Arguello is next. Showing bunt, he gets it down. Moreta's gonna get the lead runner, and it pops out of the mid at second base of Bromstead. Oh, they had him nailed too. Wow, that's a shame. They definitely had him at second base. Let's take a look. Good job by Moreta to recognize the fact that they had the play. Ball just off his mitt. Not sure what happened there. Bromstead maybe took his eye off it. So an error now for Newman. Thundering Herd showing bunt. They go back around to the top of the order. Ethan Groves.
The bunt is one of the most strategic plays in baseball, especially when you're down 2-0 early on. You can move some runners over, make something happen.
Showing bunt again. Moreta again trying to get the lead runner, and this time he's safe again. I don't think Coach Benedetti thought so. He's going to come and have a chat. Here's Moreta fielding his position right here.
Do we have an angle of it?
I don't know.
He's a really good, I mean, he's a first baseman. Actually, he started the year at third, so he's a good fielder. Moved over to first when Dante Overholzer got hurt. Let's see, we've got it.
This is about the only angle you're going to get from us. I think he's trying to say maybe that his foot was off the base. I'm not sure what the argument is there. Coach Benedetti asking for an explanation, maybe wanting to get help. They may be refusing, you never know. Yeah, they are going to ask for help. Did you have a better angle? Steve Cornelia asking plate umpire for that. And apparently plate umpire says, I got nothing, so play stands. No outs. Bases now loaded for the Thundering Herd.
He's 1 for 1 with a single, so Gentile has a chance to do something here.
Yeah, top of the order. This is the number 2 hitter, Gentile.
Not a lot do you see a catcher hitting in the top part of the order.
Yeah, he's got 3 home runs this year, so this is really one of their most dangerous guys. Moreta facing him with the bases loaded. He bounces it to short. They're going to try to turn 2, and they don't. I almost thought they could have come to the plate like that. What I usually would tell my middle infielders, the ball's hit slowly and it takes you toward the plate, you might have a play at the plate, but that wasn't the case right there. Here's the replay. Just kind of a little bouncer out in front. Toward the shortstop side. Good hustle by Gentile to beat this out. See, the play at first was pretty close, but he's safe. First run of the day for the Thundering Herd.
They registered that as a hit, so, I mean, I registered as fielder's choice, but.
Yeah, I think they only have 3 hits.
Yeah, Newman registered that as a hit. I believe it is.
Unless they went hit and an error.
Yeah, who knows?
On the other play.
They did not.
The second, let's try and turn it again. Bromstead has it. He's not going to get off the throw, so we're tied up. Nice job by Elk Grove to get the run home.
Yeah, they just registered that a hit too, so Newman only, or Elk Grove rather, has only 3 hits.
There's the play at second. I was kind of wondering if that guy had slid in there and maybe caused some interference, but not the case. So all of a sudden we're tied up, 2-2. Yeah, the big board still has the Thundering. Oh, now they got the Thundering Herd with 5 hits, so I'm not sure. I'll put it down, but I'm pretty sure it's really only 3. I'll split the difference and call it 4. How's that?
Yeah, it works. 2 outs. Let's see if Moreta can get out of this.
Throw over to first. Frucci at the plate.
Ground out. You grounded out. 0 for 1 with the ground out. Yeah, Frucci, he grounded out to second base.
0-2. Runner goes, pitches up,
Nice
throws,
pop. Oh.
good, but it's
In
gets
the
through,
center field.
and the runner is going to move all the way up to third. See what happens on this throw.
Great take there.
Ball just kind of tailed a little bit. Runner takes off. And there's strike 3, so they get out of the jam. But how about the Thundering Herd coming up with a couple of runs, manufacturing things. And we are going to move along in this one. Elk Grove and Cardinal Newman going at each other kind of as we expected. We'll be back with more in just a moment. tied up 2-2 here as Pettis now has new life. Offense helping him out a little bit. I believe Newman has the top of the order due up.
Yeah, they're having some fielding issues out there at second base with throwdowns. That was a pretty nice throwdown, just kind of bobbled by the shortstop there and went into center field. So.
Tanner Bradley stepping in for Newman. Had a double his first time up, ended up coming around and scoring.
Yeah, he flared that one right over the center fielder's head. It was great.
I can't fault anybody in the outfield or in the infield today if they have trouble with the fly ball because the wind is whipping. They've got sun to deal with, and they've got a very strong wind blowing from left field to right field. It's not going to be easy out there. Sun is bad enough here, believe me. I know. I played second base here, and right field second basemen have trouble all the time with sun. But when you add that wind, whoo, brutal. 2-2.
Got action in the bullpen out there for Elk Grove, number 22 out there.
That would
Cody.
be, yep. Pinkney.
Pinkney, yeah.
Pinkney. Nice job, Bradley. Again going the opposite way, but the first baseman, Frucci, gobbles it up. Nice play. Frucci all over that one. See if we can see it here. Frucci right behind the pitcher. Think fast. Backhanded it nicely. That's a good play.
Yeah, great play.
Not an easy play. Aiden Wedge stepping in. Wedge drew a base on balls his first time up today. And he rips this one to left field. That's a base hit. Nice job by Aiden Wedge. He's aboard. Really nice swing here by Wedge.
Yeah, you could just hear it pop off the bat. Just hit super hard. Love to get an exit velo on that, but I don't think the radar caught that. Another pitcher now in the bullpen for Elk Grove. They have another guy warming up.
Pizzolo at the plate.
It is Luke Newman out there.
Pizzolo. This one bounces off Frucci's mitt, and everybody's going to be safe. Frucci had made the previous play. Not sure what happened on this one.
Really soft bouncer. Those things are kind of hard because they look so slow coming to you, and then they just once you're there, you've got your glove up, and you know it jumps. Looks like it just dips.
Yeah, he kind of got short hopped on this one, I think. Just right off the end of the mitt.
Yeah.
Cardinals in business.
If Newman comes in, it'll be the second day in a row that Newman will have to face a pitcher named Newman. Last night, I believe, I can't remember his first name, Tyler Newman faced off against Newman in the sixth inning for Rancho.
Rodnick takes that one way up high. 2-0 count to Rodnick. Pettis kind of blew one by him there, right on that outside corner.
5-mile-an-hour fastball. That was really nice. Can't wait to have Janicelli out here and have this pocket radar.
Two and one. Bouncer to second. They'll get one. Throwback gets away, and Newman's going to get a run out of this. Wow. And a runner to second to boot. Third error of the day by the Thundering Herd. Not sure, again, what happened there. Pizzola. Swing by Pizzolo and hustled down there. They really tried to force that throw into first. You can see.
Yeah, Pez, he's one of the fastest guys on this team, so cool to see his hustle. Gets to second.
Newman back in the lead, a little sloppy today. As Moreta steps in. Trying to help his own cause at the plate. Fouls that one off. Pettis kind of takes his time a little bit. Gonna throw over to second. Moreta struck out his first time up. They had to throw it down to first, however, as they dropped the third strike.
And the wind really blowing here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Move my monitor.
I am not comfortable. And there's a strike to Moreta, 1-2. Not only is it windy, but the wind has a bite to it. So
yeah, it really didn't hurt us much when we were swimming today at NBLs, but it definitely caught on at the end of the day. The chill was definitely there the entire day.
Congratulations, by the way, on qualifying for both your events, 200 and 500 today.
Thank you. But we have, Newman, we have an incredibly stacked team. Newman and Carrillo, top two teams in the league. It'll be interesting to see the finals tomorrow. You got guys like James Gannon, Natalie Farquhar. She broke her own 500 record. She's in attendance today at the baseball game. So there's an incredibly stacked team.
That's strike three. Nice pitch. And that's the third out. Nice job there by Pettis, but the defense for Elk Grove has struggled just a little bit. So Newman now leads it 3-2. Today's game is brought to you by McCormick & Company, Homes and Loans, a family tradition of experience, trust, and loyalty. Proud Newman alumni and sponsors. Let our family help your family with all your real estate and financing needs. Also sponsoring today's game, Corrective Exercise and Restoration. The team trainers here at Cardinal Newman get your athlete back on the court or back on the field as quickly and as safely as possible with a holistic approach toward health care. Poppy Bank, committed to making a positive difference in the communities they serve. And W Real Estate, the largest locally owned real estate brokerage in the North Bay and beyond. Go to wrealestate.net. Appreciate our sponsors making things possible. Yesterday was an exciting day for Newman sports. The softball team beating Windsor 3-1. The golf team up in Fountain Grove, I'll have highlights of that later on. They did a great job. Ryan Bello shooting an even par 36, William Carlson 37. Saw some great shots there.
Yeah, Newman.
Grant Wilhelm had an eagle on the fourth hole. Amazing shot. He almost albatrossed. He was about 1.5 feet from an albatross on that one, and it was a pretty amazing shot.
That's awesome. I've gone to school and played golf with Grant since we were 4. I've known him since I was pretty much born.
It was his first eagle. It was his first eagle.
Really?
Yeah, first eagle for Grant.
Oh, that's not true. He had a hole in one a couple of years
Maybe
ago.
his first
at
eagle
Windsor.
in competition at
Yeah.
Newman. Maybe that's what
And,
Coach Jake was talking about.
He's incredible. He's an incredible golfer, and the golf team is just so good this year, and it'll be interesting to see how they wrap the year up.
Antonio Cuevas at the plate. He hits the first pitch, and it's fair ball. Throw across in time. Newman gets a quick out on the first pitch. 1 pitch, 1 out.
That'll be good. Moreda's next pitch will be 50, pitch number 50. But Slater just showing off the arm there with that throw down.
Yeah, Antonio, he got a little out front of this one. Was down and in. Got a decent jump.
That's not something I saw a lot yesterday, swinging at first pitches. There were points where certain batters got first pitches right down the middle and they just wouldn't swing, just check up on the pitcher, gauge his speed, velocity.
Troy Taylor at the plate now.
Have any relation with Stanford head coach?
It's a good question.
Football?
I don't think so.
Or maybe our basketball coach, Travis Taylor. Softball team is in attendance today, supporting the varsity baseball.
Taylor grounded out his first time up. Yeah, it's been a busy spring here at Cardinal Newman. Men's and women's lacrosse, golf, baseball, softball, track and field, boys volleyball, tennis. Did I miss anything? Swimming, of
Golf,
course.
swimming. I don't know. I mean, it's just been an incredible year for Newman sports.
That's going to be a foul ball, and not by much. Wow.
It's his 4th consecutive foul ball. He's definitely knows where he's going. But yeah, I will say, I mean, it's just been a historic year for Newman. Beach volleyball has been doing really well. They're playing against Santa Rosa today, I think over at Spring Hills. So it'll be super. I mean, the season, lacrosse is having its best season in Newman history, men's lacrosse. Swimming's having some historic seasons with freshmen James Gannon and Sienna Manconi. They've been doing incredibly well. And new coaches, Jack Niles and Allie Davis. They've been coaching us up, teaching us the ropes, and I think the swim team's the best it's ever been.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Moreta. Big pitch there. 2 away. Comes inside with that fastball. Devin Mitchell at the plate.
Nice 72 miles per hour there on the breaking ball.
That one's a strike.
22 is back up in the Elk Grove bullpen, so I think they're just taking turns.
Maybe getting a workout in. There's a big gap out in right center field, and this one's going to find it. Tanner Bradley was played toward the line, and he did not get a good jump on that. I'm not sure if the sun or whatever, but he hesitated for a good long second on that.
Yeah, the wind probably caught it. I mean, it's blowing out to right field, as you can see by the flag. But let's see the swing on this.
And he was playing toward the line, so he had a long run for that. He really had none chance on that.
Yeah,
Plays it off the wall. This one's hit to short. Throw across.
Nice.
Almost pulled him off, but he did get the foot back on the base. And the side is retired.
The coach is not happy. Let's see. They're going to go out. Elk Grove's coach is going out to talk. Their first base coach. Didn't like that.
Yeah, they're not going to win that argument, I don't believe. So we'll move along. Newman holding on to a 1-run lead. And we'll step aside ourselves and be back with more in just a moment. Tackle, and he's gone on the very first play. Oh!
But he'll be a senior next year.
All right, you make the calls. The foot back on the base. Kind of hard to see. I had the score right in the way. Sorry, let me try that one more time.
They had a call like that in the JV game where a couple weeks ago.
Here it is
Maybe
again.
last Saturday.
Yeah, tough to tell from that angle.
Yeah, I think he gets him and then pulls the foot off the bag, so I think that is an out, but not totally sure.
Bottom of the fourth, Newman up by 1. Elk Grove coach back to the dugout. Pettis gets a strike in there to Valenti. Little fister, and Frucci has it, 1 away. Slater is next.
We have a pinch hitter coming on. It's number 34. That's might be freshman Colin Bone. He's been playing some. He's played at varsity and also played some JV games. When I saw him last Saturday against Casa Grande, he put in a really good inning of work, and then also played shortstop and was pretty solid out there. So I mean, he's a good all-around player.
Slater at the plate, and he's 3-0. He walked his first time up. Now he's way ahead in the count here, 3-0. Dave Cox and Hugo Traverso bringing the action today. There's a strike. Playoff time is coming.
Following week? Not next week, but the following week, I assume, will be playoffs.
3-2. Pettis trying to battle back here.
Could be a crazy year. I mean, Ukiah took one against Windsor this year. Carrillo took one against Windsor this year, or no, Rancho rather took one against Windsor. So you never know. Could be something something crazy happen in playoffs. I believe right now the standings stand with, I think it's either going to be Ukiah or Rancho as the 3 and 4, and then it'll be Newman and Windsor as the 1-2. But all around, pretty solid year for the NBL. Montgomery, though, is in full control in the NBL Redwood. I do know that. Healdsburg got a nice win over Sonoma Academy last night.
Here's your freshman pinch hitter, Colin Bone.
And he will play short, and he gets a hit. Nice.
Very nicely done. Freshman steps in, rips one to left field. It's Newman's third hit. They have adjusted the hits now for
yeah, they only have 3 hits.
Elk Grove. It's only 3. I thought I was right. But,
Yeah.
you know. See Colin Bone swing right here. Nice stance. I like his very confident stance. And Not an easy pitch, kind of down and in. He got the barrel down in there. That was a nice job by the freshman. Newman showing bunt. And it trickles foul. Too bad.
Yeah, Coach DeBenedetti is really confident about his potential and his ability, so it'll be interesting. He's, I think, the first freshman on VAR in quite a few in quite a few seasons for Newman. What will be interesting is to see whether or not Bone will play tomorrow on Saturday against Granada for JV. They still have to face them. Game got rescheduled from a couple months ago.
A lot of rainouts early in the season, away games, not so many home games.
The one home game was this game. Elk Grove got rained out. So it got rescheduled.
Carson Meyer at the plate. Ground out his first time up. Swing and a miss. 2 on and 1 out here for Newman.
I don't even think it was a rain out either. I think Elk Grove just couldn't make the drive due to road conditions. Not totally sure about that. I'll have to check on that.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, it was. Oh, my sister was still in basketball season during that.
This one's fouled off. Count remains 1-2.
I think first weekend of March, maybe?
I'll buy that. Sounds good.
Yeah. I don't know. Happy this game got rescheduled. I was really looking forward to it.
One ball and 2 strikes in the dirt. Throw behind the runner at second. He's safe.
Nice pop time.
Yeah, check it out. Got rid of this quickly.
Ooh.
Nice dive back into the base.
Yeah.
It's kind of a close play.
It was.
This one to short. They'll
Be
get
2.
1.
They'll
not get 2, and again they throw it away, and it's going to be a run for Newman. How about that?
Oh wait, they might get 2. Okay, they won't.
Throw behind the runner at first, but he's safe. Wow, Elk Grove's defense has just really been tough today. That's their 4th error.
Question is, will they register it as an error?
Yeah, I did already.
Yeah, I'm going to register it as an error also.
There's Meyer hustling all the way. And that throw just sails wide. Bradley to right field, trouble. And it's in foul territory. Nice effort out there in right field. Long run and a dive for Troy Taylor out there. But it's just a long strike.
That was also, wasn't that opposite? Yeah, that was opposite field.
Here's that throwaway again.
Yeah,
Runner was bearing down on him. I think that definitely was a factor, but throws it wide. They throw it to first, and they get the pick off. Oh my goodness! Wow. Inning comes to a crashing halt.
Really good move there. Got Meyer looking.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. Ooh, he was definitely leaning a little bit.
Yeah, he was. They got him. Great play. Wait, I don't think that was the same pitcher. I think that might have been, was that 12 or was that 22? Could have been 12.
I didn't see an announcement, so I don't know.
Yeah, no announcement, so probably still 12. Moreta's still out there. 5th inning of work, I believe. Yeah, 5th inning of work, so see what he could do. Got some news that Bradley might only be good for 1 inning today. Doctor's orders, but I'm not totally sure. Depends on what he does.
Today's game is brought to you by NBE, the North Bay Elite, the premier AAU program in the North Bay and beyond. They travel the country looking for top competition with former players now playing at the Division I, Division II, and NAIA levels for the best in AAU basketball. Look no further than the North Bay Elite.
Yeah, they just traveled out to, I believe, Vegas last weekend for a tournament. I saw some highlights about that on Instagram.
They're all over the place.
Yeah, I think it was with Coach Flo. So it'll be interesting to see where Newman basketball goes this upcoming season. The girls basketball team incredibly stacked, and you got Kate Schott, Tisa K. Ross. So it'll be cool to see what they do. Always fun to watch.
Julian Arguello at the plate hits the first pitch foul, 0-1. I got to get things caught up on the scoreboard. Top 5, 0-1. There we go. Arguello
79, he
to center field, and it's caught.
nice job there. Wedge.
Hayden Wedge got a good jump on that. Wind kind of held it up a little bit for him.
Yeah. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's subsided, but it's become less of a factor. I think it's a little bit less speedy. Nice.
Caught there in plenty of time. Top of the order, Ethan Groves.
Good to see good communication out there in center field. That costed Rancho a few runs yesterday. They had a problem. Nice pop up, I think, by Tanner Bradley, and it looked like an out. It looked like it was a surefire out, but they just couldn't decide who was gonna catch it, and it ended up falling, and 2 runs came home. So, and that was actually with 2 outs. So it's just kind of a brutal thing for the Cougars. Pitch walk.
Groves is aboard for the second time today, this time via the base on balls.
So Gentle will come up now.
One out for the Thundering Herd. And there's a strike.
Nice pitch. Moreta approaching pitch number 70 here. He's stayed consistent, throwing over 60% of his pitches in the strike zone. There's another one. He's got 49 strikes compared to just 21 balls. So that's pretty good to see from the senior.
Gentile 1 for 2 today. Throw over, checking that runner back in. Moreta's done a nice job. He's got his team with a 2-run lead here into the 5th inning. This one's fouled out of play.
50 strikes before 30 balls is always a good sign. You've got a pitcher who throws strikes. Less 50 strikes before 25 balls.
Count remains 0-2. Ripped into left field. That's a base hit. Great swing there.
Yeah, Bone is in at shortstop, so Bromstad's day has come to an end. Rodnick will come out.
Left this one a little up and a little in.
Right. You can see that part of that new camera system in there, and the one that's over. And they're gonna make just a pitcher's meeting. That's just the pitching coach. No official change yet. Moreta's had a pretty good outing. Check on his stats right now.
There's another look at that swing. Coach Mike Flowers out to have a chat. A little up, little in.
Yeah, really,
Said it hit me.
really nice there. He gets his barrel to a ball in the short time that he has. I mean, that was. You can see why he is committed. Isn't he going to UC Davis? Yeah, he's there. You can see there. He can make something out of a very, very, very like a very high pitch. UC Davis, they're kind of rebuilding their program. New head coach. I think he's only been in there for 2 years. New manager, so it'll be interesting. But Davis already kind of on a roll here in the first year or in the second year under their new manager.
2 on and 1 out. Chase Groves at the plate. Takes that one inside.
The wind has come back.
Yeah, it's not comfortable.
I can only imagine when they were doing track practice today. I wonder if Joger. Well, I don't think it'd move.
Could help that discus, man.
Yeah, definitely could help the discus. Him or a Dawn. Definitely, Newman's gonna have some good state qualifiers again for track. So, question is, will they get state qualifiers for swim? I think we will. Natalie Farquhar committed to Princeton.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, Princeton, they're headlining a great class. They've got, I think, the 2nd overall men's swimmer in the nation, and then they've got Farquhar among others. And Natalie's just, you watch Natalie in the water and you know that there's just a massive skill gap between her and everyone else.
Chase Groves goes opposite way. This one's dying, but Pizzolo catches up with it. Nice catch for the 2nd out. That one was sliced into the wind, and boy, did that die out when it got there.
Yeah.
2 away.
Pez made a similar play like that in left field yesterday. It was a nice little blooper, and it looked like it would fall in for a hit for Rancho, and he came in, just got on his horse and got there. Let's see it again.
Got there a little late on the replay. Sorry.
That kind of messed with the camera, guys. And Pizzolo's gonna have to make the play again.
Another chance. Sun, wind, and Pizzolo has it in left field. Wow.
Send all the elements against him. He will still make the catch.
That was tough. And Pizzolo has it. We're moving to the bottom of the 6th. Wow. Bottom of the 5th, excuse me. Here's that one again. Long run.
Beautiful. New pitcher.
Yes, indeed. We got a new guy up on the bump, and it is Cody Pinkney. We saw him warming up earlier. He's going to make the appearance here. So Pettis' day is done. He exits trailing by a couple runs. His ERA is pretty good this year, and they've made a few errors. So on the big board, they have him for 3 errors. I have him for 4. What do you got?
I also have them for 4 errors.
Yeah.
I think they might have not
Missed one?
counted that. Yeah. But anyways, I mean, Newman, it kind of shows when Newman's got 4 runs and only 3 hits. So, I mean, he had a pretty good outing. It's just kind of hard. Defense does that to you sometimes. It did that to Pizzolo, I know, in the Berkeley game. There was one critical error that kind of gave him the loss, even though he only had really 1 earned run in a 3-2 loss. Was an absolute classic, and I look forward to in a few years making that a YSN 365 classic. You can do that, I believe, on Patreon, can't you?
Yes, you can.
Pick the classic. I always enjoy watching some of those when I'm bored on like a Sunday afternoon. I don't have anything to watch, especially when there's no golf or baseball and football season's over. So sit back, relax. You might even be in if you're from the Sonoma County and you might have played throughout the 90s, 2000s. You might be in one of those.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Pinckney's first pitch is a breaking ball. Tanner Bradley hits it to third. Basharini up with it. One pitch, one out for the new pitcher, Pinckney. Aiden Wedge at the plate. Been on base twice today, once via the walk, once with a base hit. Hits this one to third. Basharini's been busy. 2 away.
Nice off speed there. 73.
It's going to bring up Jack Pizzolo.
He's 0 for 1. He reached on an error, walked. You know, he's lethal on the base pass. You don't want to let him out there. Newman has someone up in the bullpen there. Well, they're at least getting someone up. I believe it's going to be Isaac Phelps who's out there. He's stretching out.
You are correct.
You never know. There could be some other things, like especially last year where you had, or not last year, but last night, excuse me, you had like I think 6 pitchers would go out there. Not 6 pitchers, but you had like 3 or 4 players go out there, and then they take turns warming up. You definitely saw that with Elk Grove, not giving the other team an opportunity to kind of see who might be coming in. Tanner Bradley heading out there to warm up, so it'll be interesting whether or not he will come in.
Yeah, I thought we might see Tanner today.
We will.
Phelps is kind of warming up off to the side. He's not up on the bump, so this may be just a workout for him.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe, yeah, because if Bradley comes in, they're going to have to put someone in right field, and I can imagine they'd put Phelps there.
There's a strike. 2-1.
Nice.
Zolo up the middle. Base hit.
It's always good to see. Just right up the middle base hit. Don't get those a lot in baseball, especially with the new shift.
Teams are now even at 4 hits apiece. Here's that swing. Pizzolo's just solid at the plate. Good hitter.
Yeah. Let's see what he can do on the base pass there. Definitely knowing of that.
They've already picked one guy off today.
Yep.
2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rodnick stepping in.
Good take for Rodnick. Question is, who will come in to, if Rodnick, right now you've got Spencer Jacobs catching in the bullpen. You got Rodnick at the plate. If Rodnick ends on the base pass, who will we see come out and catch for Moreta, who's still out there? He's hitting. So I'd imagine in this move they move Anthony Gonzalez out, move Moreta to first, and then move Phelps into right field.
Fouled off 1-2. Rodnick
Took that like a champ. It was like I think it was in mid-70s, and he fouled it off his calf, or not his calf, rather his shin. It's gotta hurt. No protector down there. Maybe he's got a protector under his pants, but I doubt it. Another pickoff move to first. We'll watch the radar. We'll see what Pinckney is working with.
That one's fouled out of play. It's going to remain 1-2.
Great battle here. I imagine Elk Grove will go with their ace tomorrow against De La Salle, and that'll probably be one of the best games in Northern California, if not the best game, the game of the day.
Runner goes, oh my, throw back behind him, and they got him. Another pickoff. Wow, throwing behind that runner. And that's the way the inning comes to an end. So nice defense by the Thundering Herd, and we'll be back with more action in just a moment. Newman still up by 2 as we move to the top of the 6th inning here. Nice tag.
High school sports are one of the things that make living in California so great.
But sometimes the behavior in the stands can overshadow our achievements on the field.
I love it when my parents show up for me.
But being booed for missing a play could be crushing.
And remember that refs are people too.
They're trying their best to call a fair and correct game.
No one should feel insulted or ashamed
because of their race, ethnicity, or gender.
We should be able to hold our heads high after the match, win or lose.
Top of the 6th inning, Jacob Moreta back out here holding on to a 2-run lead. He's given up 4 hits. His control's been good though. What's his pitch count?
He's got 79. He'll be throwing 80 here. I imagine Bradley is heading out to play in right field, but I imagine if there is a change, it will either be made during this inning or after this inning, and Bradley will come in to try and get the save.
I'm not sure how many throws he got in, but he has been in the game, so he's somewhat loose.
Yeah. And Isaac Phelps is out there throwing with not Josh Naselli, but he's throwing with someone. He was down there, so it'll be interesting to see whether or not he comes in and plays right field. He also had some speed there for Cardinal Newman.
Jacob Moreta on the bump as we go to the top of the 6th inning.
Nice
and
pitch.
That pitch is a curveball in for a strike.
72 miles per hour. Really nice.
Elk Grove trying to get guys on base right here. That one's fouled off.
Yeah, Moreta, he might have 60 strikes before 25 balls. That's pretty dang good for the senior right-hander.
Antonio Cuevas. And that's strike 3, inside corner. Wow. One away.
Let's look. Moreta, that is his 4th strikeout of the game.
He's been very efficient. He's kind of relied on his defense a little bit.
Yeah, and Newman, when you rely on your defense at Newman, that's you can. They have very, very good defense here. There's a nice curveball.
Yeah, breaking ball. Might have been a slider.
Yeah, it looked
I
like
don't know.
slider or something. Slurve, possibly.
0-1.
94 or 74, excuse me.
What do they call it now? Sweeper? That's kind of the
Sweeper,
latest
yeah.
tech.
Got a lot of new pitches coming to baseball. And funny enough, we're going to have a lot more fast throwers. Got the one guy for the A's who's throwing 101 miles an hour. Talk about money ball. I think they picked him up. Or no, he might be a draft guy.
How did that miss him?
I don't know.
Looked like that was a heat seeker right there.
Credit to him for getting out of the way. A lot of players would just stay there and take the free bag, but he wants to battle.
Taylor bounces that one foul.
So we've got a full count here. Moreta, he is at 60 strikes, 87 total pitches today for the right-hander.
That's strike 3. Does it again, kind of that front door. Breaking ball looks like it's going to be inside and ends up cutting right back over the plate. Great pitch. Here it is.
Nice, that was beautiful. Just paints the inside of the zone. Great pitch. Come to think, I mean, think about umpiring. The umps have been pretty good for this game. Think about umpiring in the next level. MLB's having some issues. Might as well bring up some college and high school umpires, see what they can do.
Devin Mitchell at the plate.
Here we go. We've got Benedetti is coming out. No, he's not. He's gonna head back to the.
He got part way.
Yeah, that was 90 pitches for Moreta, so
okay,
maybe a little bit of a pitch count warning. I don't know. Is there a max for high school?
Yes, 110, I believe it is.
Oh, yeah. When I went to that Oregon game last Monday, Oregon sophomore pitcher from Oregon, he was a homegrown talent, and he threw a 111 pitch complete game. Beautiful, beautiful outing for him.
1-2. Batter kind of steps out. And this one's hit to center field.
Nice.
And it's caught. Side retired. Newman 3 outs away. And we'll move to the bottom half of the inning. Cardinals up 4-2. Give you a chance to let you know today's game is sponsored by McCormick & Company, Homes and Loans, a family tradition of experience, trust, and loyalty. Proud Newman alumni and sponsors. Let our family help your family with all your real estate and financing needs. Also, Corrective Exercise and Restoration, the team trainers here at Newman. Get your athlete back on the court or back on the field as quickly and as safely as possible with a holistic approach toward health care. Corrective Exercise and Restoration. Also, Poppy Bank, committed to making a positive difference in the communities we serve. Friedman's Home Improvement, BNC, Smog, Tires and Brakes, and W Real Estate, the largest locally owned brokerage in the North Bay. Go to wrealestate.net. All right, bottom of the 6th, Newman looking for insurance.
Yeah, heart of the order coming through. You've got Connor Rodnick. He will stay at the plate, do the pickoff, and then Moreta, and then Valenti, I believe. Or, yeah, Valenti. So Newman. They've got weapons all over their lineup, but it's the heart of the order.
Pinckney on for his 2nd inning of work, and that one misses outside. Swing and a miss. Good pitch.
Yeah.
This team's loaded with pitching. I'll tell you what, they're stacked.
Yeah. There's a lot of really good pitching staffs in NorCal this year. We'll say, I think Granite Bay, they've got some decent pitching. St. Mary's, Berkeley is loaded. Trying to think. Some other teams. Casa Grande, despite losing Austin Steves, I think he might be injured. But you have some incredible pitchers. Also Petaluma.
That one misses just outside. I think our banner's about ready to fly away back there. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's on its way out of here.
Yep.
Pinckney facing Rodnick. 2-2. And it's going to be 3-2. We're going to go the distance.
It's like a 2-year-old kid imitating Michael Jordan. It just wants to fly, fly, fly.
Yeah. Payoff pitch coming. Pinckney from the stretch. Fastball bounce to first. Nice play by Frucci. Pitches to Pinckney. 1 away.
It is Valenti, yeah, on deck.
Moreda's next for Newman. Moreda, yeah, hasn't had a very good day at the plate, but he's due.
Yeah, he's had some battles. I mean, he's gone 1 for 3, I think, in his last 3 to 4 games. He's had a similar stat line, 1 for 3, RBI or extra base hit.
It's been very solid this year, all the way around for Newman. I don't know if you'd call him kind of an unsung hero, but he's been very good. Takes that one for a ball, 1-2.
He has. He's kind of similar to Nate Niehaus last year. He was very consistent in the Newman lineup, good on defense. Just all around stacked lineup. So kind of hard to give credit where credit's due to some of these guys.
That one just missed outside. 2-2 to Jacob Moreda. Pinckney set near the chest. And that might have hit him. I think it did, yeah. He's going to take his base. Moreda's on his way down.
Valenti will come to the plate. Nope, they will have a coachers meeting, and might see a pitching change as Elk Grove trying to not let this thing get out of hand here.
Valenti again had that big home run yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, that was an ace in so many ways. I mean, it was first of all still a home run, but also it was just, I think it might have landed in the other part of the tennis course. Would have been a very, very good serve, I think.
Well, and interestingly enough, I don't believe you have to clear that netting for it to be a home run. I was talking to Derek and assistant coach Michael Paul, whom I played with here at Cardinal Newman, and if it hits that net, they need to get a definitive line where the old top of the fence was, but I think they'll add that. And yeah, so just have to get it into that netting above the old fence, and it's a home run.
And Mason Farrell was out there warming up for Newman. He's coming back to the bullpen now, or he's coming back to the dugout now. He pitched yesterday, closed it out for the Cardinals. But yeah, speaking of that net, USF, they have a very interesting field where it's kind of in the neighborhood, and they put up a net to stop home run balls from getting out of the ballpark and hitting someone's window. And they have a yellow line that kind of goes up and around the net. 300 to right field, but then the line makes it like a 40-foot. You have to hit it over like a 40-foot wall.
Valenti takes that one inside for a ball.
Funny enough, an Oregon kid did hit it over that wall when I was there. It had to have been like at least a 420-foot home run in an actual ballpark that doesn't have like a surrounding net.
Throw over to first. Everybody's okay.
It's almost like a top golf there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a beautiful stadium, though. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Love going down to Benedetti Field.
This one's popped up high in the air, and the shortstop takes it. Nice communication out there on defense. Arguello puts that away. 2 away.
Slater and then Bone, so still Newman pretty lethal. Weapons all over the place. Slater has walked twice today, though, so interesting to see who he is.
Yeah, hasn't really had a chance to swing the bat today.
Pinckney's been pretty good. 15 strikes, 25 total pitches. Cool thing once we get the charts back is you can chart now with the 3D chart like an ESPN broadcast. It's pretty cool. Chart the path of the ball. It's great.
2-0 to Charlie Slater. Getting kind of a warning there on Bach? I'm not sure.
Yeah, possibly. You think about all the new technology that's coming to not only college sports, but high school sports, NIL and all that stuff. I mean, soon enough, you're going to have high school baseball have cameras around the field, and the possibility for a player to challenge a pitch. Maybe. I mean, that's very far out, but that is a possibility.
Well, we have 6 cameras here, so yeah. We're getting there.
Yeah. I know in Japan, when they have this big high school tournament every year. It's almost like a March Madness.
Oh yeah, I've heard about
baseball.
that. I've seen video of that. There's a whole video about that. It's pretty incredible. They have fans they get out there. It's a big deal.
Oh yeah, it's huge. It's like high school baseball there is massive, and then you go immediately to pro most of the time.
This one bounced to the right side, and they make the play. So we are moving to the 7th.
Bradley will come on.
Tanner Bradley will try and close this out. How about that? For Cardinal Newman. And we'll be back
Isaac
with
Phelps
his
right
innings
field.
when we come back. Moving to the 7th. Newman 3 outs away of getting a nice non-league victory, and it's Tanner Bradley who will try and close this out.
A little rage against the machine. Always gets blood pumping.
I like this role for Bradley. They haven't been able to use him much this year because of the injury you mentioned, but how about him as a closer now when you get into the playoffs? That's huge.
Oh yeah, very similar to like Evan Sandoval last year. He had an elbow injury and he came back and was throwing 90 miles an hour, and you just put him in there. That was a 70 mile per hour, or 75 mile per hour rather, breaking ball there. I mean, you've got some speed there. He got recruited as a pitcher he went to area code, went to an area code showcase. 90 mile per hour fastball right there. So, I mean, you think about it, he's there.
Yeah, once you hit the 90s, you're getting recruited.
Yeah, I mean, he went to area code, pitched. I think he maybe hit once, and but Oregon was like, that's enough. And he is a Duck. He will be a Duck as of next year. And I mean, some cool traditions there at Oregon. And a lot of cool technology that they have there, being in Nike's backyard.
Pinch hitter. It'll be Matt Soares. Soares getting an opportunity. One pitch. Whoa, that's wicked.
That was 76. Yeah. You always wonder. I mean, you've got guys from this area. Rashad Hayes, he's played here a couple times for Bishop O'Dowd. You got guys in this area who are just incredible. 89 there on that fastball. That was really nice. Rashad Hayes, he might get drafted as an MLB player. He's playing for the club Breakthrough Boys. Pretty solid club, so.
2-2 pitch.
Think about it.
Looks like our camera kind of froze up there in center field. Not sure what happened.
Foul ball. So
it was a foul ball.
I will say is, I mean, you've got, now baseball is one of those sports where.
And he got him.
Nice. Baseball is one of the sports. You saw Brock Bowers. He got drafted 12th overall by the Raiders or 13th rather overall by the Raiders last night. From Napa, California, played at Napa High. So cool to see him. He was one of the best tight ends in college football. No, the best tight end in college football. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do in the NFL. Yeah, as I was mentioning, baseball kind of one of those sports where it can be from anywhere and get scouted.
Well, our areas, with Torkelson, Andrew Vaughn.
Oh, yeah.
Our area is getting some notice. We got a few pitchers in MLB,
Bender.
This area has definitely been taken notice of as Tanner Bradley throws that two-seamer a little inside.
Yeah, Sonoma County, I mean, it's may not seem it, but it is a very, very good baseball county. Very heavy baseball county. Not only baseball, but just athletics in general. Stevie Wright, he came out of here. Cody Cornelius is from Casa. He's going to Washington State next year. Zion Nunnally, Hayden Anderson, just some really good athletes coming out of the
2-1.
Sonoma County area.
That one
was 90.
Misses way outside, 90 miles an hour. 3-1.
And you think about it, you got Moreta who's throwing like low to mid 80s, and then you get him. So it must really mess with the perspective. It is a pinch hitter.
Matt. Oh, new pinch hitter here. I didn't pick up the number.
21.
They don't tell us. This one's hit to the right side. And it's off his foot, I guess. Okay. Didn't see that. Three and two. Coach checking on him.
Hudson Hall, that is.
Yeah, I still haven't seen his number. Hudson Hall, number 21. Top of the order is on deck. Looks like Hudson's all right. He's ready to get back in the box.
Fouled off. Camera glitched again, sorry.
Yeah, that's our new center field camera, and it's unmanned out there.
Pretty cool. I mean, I know Santa Clara has one like that. A lot of colleges have it. Just creates some great broadcasting experiences. We're approaching the 8th pitch of this at bat.
Yeah, we just got to figure out how to deal with the delay. It is delayed a little bit, so it makes it tough. It's nice to be able to see that pitch coming in. And this one bounced to the right side. Newman makes the play, 2 away.
This would be a huge win for Newman. They dropped one spot. They're 36th, or no, rather 37th in the Max Prep state rankings. But this win would definitely boost them up, especially if Elk Grove takes care of De La Salle tomorrow.
That would be very big, yeah. And if they have their number 1 guy going, that could happen. Top of the order, Ethan Groves on his way to UC Davis, 3-year starter. Try and keep hopes alive, and he pops it up. This could do it. The wind makes it not easy, but hanging in there and making the play is Charlie Slater. And that will do it for this one. Newman wins it 4-2. It's the final. So good battle here today, and I think if you're Elk Grove, you kind of look at your defense, kind of let you down just a little bit today. That was their issue, and Newman solid pitching from Jacob Morado, a few clutch hits. We didn't see a lot of hits today, but final score is 4-2. We're gonna have to put our heads together and figure out who our player of the game is. And Hugo's gonna go get him. The votes are in, and we'll be back with our player of the game interview in just a moment.
The English department prepares students to analyze and write at the college level so their essays and expressions of ideas stand out and get noticed, not only at the college level, but through life.
In theology classes, we explore God through the Catholic lens and help students connect the mysteries and gifts of our faith with the realities of the world. We help students learn to provide service to others and their community as a means of living the principles of our faith.
Through the arts, dance, modern band, drama, and studio art, students develop their creativity and imaginations to express themselves in ways not possible in traditional academics.
Our math and science programs guide students into college-level work, with an emphasis on ensuring they can meet the rigors of engineering, medicine, and scientific research college pathways.
We ensure a solid foundation in history while analyzing modern-day challenges to ensure students are prepared for success in a multicultural, multi-religious world.
Our students take a deep dive into the culture behind the languages they learn. Whether it's French, Spanish, or Latin, our students develop the language skills in ways that expand their awareness and appreciation of other cultures.
We approach athletics differently from most schools by focusing on the science of human performance, supporting students with certified athletic trainers, and having professional coaches who are experts in their sport and in motivating young adults.
Breaks a tackle and he's gone on the very first play. Oh!
With 2 college counselors and 3 grade level counselors, we support students through their high school career and expertly guide them through their college selection and scholarship applications.
High school goes by in a flash, but if you make the most of it, you'll have lifelong memories and skills needed for college and beyond.
What does it smell like?
It smells like condiments, like mustard and ketchup.
I ruined it!
All right, there's your final score, 4-2. Cardinal Newman wins this one. Great pitching performance today from our player of the game, none other than Jacob Moreta. Jacob, congratulations. Nice job today. You've kind of filled in nicely in the pitching role this year. Tell us a little bit about how Coach DeBenedetti has you prepared mentally as a guy who kind of fills in as that third starting pitcher.
We go out there and fill up the zone, let my defense make plays because I don't want to walk a lot of people, and just let the hitters get themselves out.
Kind of a big win for you guys. Elk Grove is a team that's thought of very highly. Did you know much about their hitters coming into today, and what was your strategy here other than just trying to use your defense as much as possible?
We didn't know a lot about their hitting coming into it. We knew that they're a bunch of gritty batters, going to fight a lot of pitches off. So I I wanted to attack the zone. Didn't want to dance around the side of the zone. Let them hit into their own outs, so I don't run up my pitch count. And it's exactly what we did today, and it worked.
Guys have played some interesting teams. You've kind of played quite a few teams from their area in that Sac-Hawkins section. It's a little different facing teams from that area, or is baseball baseball?
Baseball is baseball. I mean, they're the same as every opponent. The teams from that area are a little more chirpy, so you kind of got to tune them out sometimes. But for the most part, it's no different than playing anyone around here. Yeah,
well, you had a really good outing today. Did you have in your mindset how many innings you were going to go or you wanted to go? You ended up with 6 innings today and right around 90 pitches.
Going into it, my goal was 5 because we had Diego and Tanner behind me ready to go, and that 6th inning was a blessing. I was able to fill up the zone, keep my pitch count low, was able to go out there and finish it.
Right on. Good job. And what was working for you today?
Fastball inside was working really well today because they were getting jammed on it the whole game. Then when they finally adjusted into it, the wind knocked everything down, so worked the best for me.
Yeah, I was going to say, how much of a factor was that wind today? Your defense did a pretty good job out there, considering Pozzolo made a couple really nice plays battling that wind.
Yeah, the wind was knocking down a lot of stuff out and left. The goal was to let them hit everything into the wind. Nothing on the outer half of the plate, so they couldn't use it to their advantage.
So you guys win this one, your 16th win of the year. As a pitcher, the offense has sputtered a little bit at times. The guys scored 13 runs yesterday. Does that put a little extra pressure on you guys on the bump to try to get things done?
No, not really. All we really need is 1 run. Just pitching with the lead, even if it's just 1 run, is a lot. 1 run or 8 runs, it's a lot easier than pitching at a ball game where it's tied.
Well, right on, Jacob. Congratulations on the win today. Big one for you guys, facing a non-league opponent that's thought of very highly in the state of California, heading toward playoff time. That win is going to look really good on your guys' resume.
Yes.
All right, so Jacob Moreta is our player of the game today, and Cardinal Newman gets this one done. Hope you enjoyed our coverage of this game today. We'll hope to bring you some playoff action in the coming weeks as we continue on our path here with Cardinal Newman Sports. That's going to do it for